Does anyone else like to just sit in their car and not do shit? I really enjoy, especially when it's like a really nice day, being outside, or just honestly being outside in my car. It's less bugs. Sometimes I'm just listening to music. Other times I am talking on the phone or just talking to myself. Whatever. It's probably not cute to be eating and talking. It's probably even less cute to be eating sushi with a fork. That is some American shit right there. But we're here and we're doing it. That's the thing I love about feminine energy. Today I was at work, and lately I've just been feeling really exhausted, like really tired. And the more that I recognize that I feel tired, the more I would try to beat it by saying, oh, but this has to get done and this has to get done, and oh, they need me this, and they just sent a second email. But the more I would pay attention to that, and the more I would say that to myself, the more I would actually like feel tired and absolutely not want to do anything. So I made a decision, an executive decision, to shut the screens down, log off, and I was like, I'll figure out another way to get this work done, but I just need to go outside. I need to be outside. I do not need to be in front of screens. I need to enjoy the sun. I need to go move my body. So that has been on my agenda. Working out, eating, having some me time. I absolutely love how diverse feminine energy is. Somebody would probably look at me, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that, but everyone has their ideals of what feminine energy looks like, and at the end of the day, everyone's walking around with feminine energy, so it looks different for everyone. Some of us express it a little more, some of us express it in ways that look more similar to another, but at the end of the day, having a desire and letting your desire win, that's pretty fucking feminine to me. For so long, I felt like hiding myself. Like I wanted to look a certain way, to present myself to the world when it related to sharing my truths, sharing my experiences, sharing my work. And I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that, because that is a part of me. There's a part of me that likes to look polished. There's a part of me that likes to have a plan in place and be very intentional. But then I've also had to notice that there's also intention in just being exactly who you are in the moment and not allowing that moment to be wasted just because you didn't look completely ready, or because you feel like, oh, this isn't how I'm supposed to set up. Oh, I shouldn't be eating sushi with a fork in my hand. I guess what I'm trying to say is drop the shoulds. If you ever feel like I should be doing something, more than likely it's what you think you have to do in order to be accepted, to feel good about yourself, to feel content, but it's not exactly what you want to do. So do what you want to do more so than what you should be doing. And if you are going to do what you should be doing, then let it be something that is in alignment with your why, with your true goals, with your actual values, and not just the values of society. For the record, I sanitize my hands. Not that it's anyone's business, but I just feel the need to share that. I feel the judgment. I feel the pressure. I hope you're not just watching me eat. I hope you're eating with me. Tell me what you're eating. Don't make me feel like I'm just eating alone. This is really a time to just stop hiding. Stop hiding yourself. Show up as you are, with the progress that you've made, and show up proud. Like, show up super proud. There has been so many moments where I have hesitated and not shown up fully because I just felt like, oh, I'm not ready. And it's like, yeah, but I'm more ready than I was yesterday. And whatever it is that I've experienced and I'm going through and I have right now, like, it can be of value to someone else. So stop being so selfish and get out there. Get out there. And I'm just really feeling that way. I don't know. I think 30 did this to me. As soon as I hit 30, the years coming up to 30 was a lot of purging, a lot of feeling the frustration, the anger, the sadness of things that I've gone through, and also just like feeling really limited and recognizing like that's on me. I'm the one that's limiting myself, and I don't want to do that anymore. And I feel like I just did a lot of inner work to move through that. And now I'm telling you, as soon as 30 came, it's like a decision was just fully made. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm who I am. I've always been who I am. And no matter how many times I've tried to hide it, people probably see right through that. So what's the point? And honestly, I have a lot of amazing people in my life. So if I think they're amazing and I feel fulfilled and energized around them, then they must think I'm pretty amazing. That's exciting. That's really exciting. And it just goes along with what I'm always saying. My authentic self is my abundant self. So how I am in this very moment is good. It's good. Always start there, even if you do want to improve, even if you do want to show up differently. You cannot, what is it? Like, you can't grow a garden until you till the land. And before you can grow the garden, before you can make a decision to till the land, you have to recognize that it's here. This is what it is. I hope that makes sense, but it's like, you have to learn to accept who you are and then go from there. Because when you don't accept who you are, then you're in this state of just like not being present with yourself. You're not even being grateful for yourself right now. Like, I don't know. I'm so grateful for who I am. I'm so grateful for how I've shown up the best way that I could. And I don't know. I just treat myself like I'm my favorite child. You can do no wrong. I love you so much. That kind of energy. I'm also pretty introverted. Like, I love being with people. And I'm getting to this point now where I feel like I'm wanting to come out of hiding and express myself more, express my different aspects of my personality, share my gifts, connect with people, connect with like-minded people and different people. But also, I do just really enjoy spending time by myself. I enjoy spending time with myself. I enjoy that sacred space of just being in silence. I really feel like that's when God's talking to me, and that's when I'm listening. And I just enjoy that. I'm not usually looking to fill up space because I'm not afraid of me. I'm not afraid of my silence. It feels good, and it feels energizing sometimes, because it sounds really silly for me to say this, especially having a podcast and now this YouTube channel, but sometimes we talk too much. Sometimes we just word vomit on people and say shit that it ain't even true. It's not how we really feel. It's not what we really want. We're not always intentional with how we express ourselves. And I think that's a huge part in taking away your power. You don't realize like how powerful you are to create the life that you want to live, because you're busy leaking out your sacred energy talking about things that don't resonate. They just, for example, if you have a person who, no, let me think here. Let's say you want to manifest a dream job, right? You have a very clear vision on what your dream job is. And right now you're in a job that you don't love. It's your stepping stone. When you recognize how powerful you are and that you can create your reality, you are not looking for circumstances in reality to validate that. It's a knowing from within. It's that deep, divine, pulling, magnetic, feminine energy that says, I know this, I'm secure and certain in myself. I'm certain in this desire, and I'm certain that I can have it. When you're in that space of like groundedness and stability, there's no reason to react to the bullshit. So you get clear and say, oh my gosh, I want this dream job. I want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. This is exactly what I want. And then some BS happens at work, at your current job, and you're like, gosh, I can't stand it here. And you get reactionary. And maybe you're reactionary to the people at your job, or you just start complaining. You start talking to people, complaining about everything as if you are not the one behind the curtain. Like you're not the one in control. Like you're moving like you don't know this isn't gonna shift in due time. And I'm saying this with all humility because, believe me, I catch myself doing the same thing. And I just think it's hilarious because it's like, wait a second. I'm reacting because I'm literally telling myself the story that I can't have what I want, and this isn't going to happen for me, and the external world's not giving me the validation, so it must not be true. Bruh. Drop the struggle, sis. Drop the struggle. It gets to be easy. Easy. It gets to be super easy. We want ease. Ease. The sushi is hitting. So excited. But yeah, I just think it's very interesting. Anytime that I'm like, my feelings are all over the place, I recognize that I'm just telling myself a story that's not in alignment. And that's why I really adore my feelings. And I think as a woman in our divine feminine energy, we have this amazing connection to our body. We have this amazing ability to connect and feel within and recognize how we're feeling. And when we do that, we're able to see exactly where we are in relation to our goddess selves. Where am I in this moment in relation to the God version of me? If I'm feeling horrible, if I'm feeling bad, defeated, sad, mad, that is furthest away from my goddess energy. But when I'm feeling good, when I'm feeling empowered, when I'm feeling relaxed, when I'm feeling excited, when I'm feeling energized, I am more in my goddess like energy. So that's how I use it. I use it as a radar to kind of tell, oh, okay, this is where I'm at. And I think it's so important. Like, people will say this often about women. Oh, women are so emotional. Yeah, we are emotional, but I feel like as women, your superpower is being able to rein in those emotions, to really be able to take those emotions and not let them control you, but to tap into them and recognize where you are as it relates to who you want to be, as it relates to what you need in life, as it relates to how you want to feel, and use that as your gauge. Use that as your gauge to pull in and magnetize what it is that you're asking for. Excuse me. Ugh, not cute. Use that as your gauge to really pull in what you're asking for, because that is absolutely powerful. Instead of being upset and sad and crying and you know, just saying, oh, it's because I'm a girl and I'm emotional. Yes, sis, cry it out. Do what you got to do. But don't ever allow anyone to make feminine energy seem like it's a bad thing or it's less powerful because it doesn't look like the masculine way. Absolutely not. Yesterday, I was having a rough day and I cried and I reflected and I journaled, and then I came back to the same understanding. Okay, this is where I'm at. This shows me that I'm further away from my goddess energy. I'm grateful for this moment because it's showing me what I needed to see. It's allowing me to purge and to release some things. But we're going to get right back into our goddess energy. We're going to get right back into that space of, I get to choose how I feel, and I choose to feel good. I feel amazing. I choose to feel excited and energized. So I'm going to make that choice, and I'm going to start focusing my attention on what it is that's going to make me feel good, and focusing on this old story that I've already overcome. It's not going to do it for me. So when I allow my feelings to show me where my focus is, it's like, oh, okay, it's not that I'm just destined to be sad and upset. It just means that my focus is on something that's not in alignment with my goddess like energy. It's not in alignment with my true desires. And that's a blessing. That's such a blessing that we have this internal GPS. And I don't want to just limit this to just women. We all have this, but I feel like for me as a woman, I can only speak from my experience. I have really had the ability to tap into that. And I find it empowering now, whereas before I looked at my feelings as something I needed to mask and hide away. All types of anger. I didn't want to be too angry with people because I wanted people to accept me. I wanted to be the people pleaser that my limited self was. I didn't want to be too rude and bitchy because I didn't want people to think that I was some like angry, mad woman. We'll leave it at that. You know, I didn't want to be too vulnerable because I didn't want to look too sensitive and too naive and all of these things. And it's like, you know what? My authentic self is my abundant self. How I'm showing up right now, there's a purpose and there's a reason and there's a guidance. And I'm going to trust in my inner goddess, and she's going to get me through this. I don't owe anybody an explanation for why I want to cry today. I don't owe anybody an explanation for why I want to feel amazing and sensual and sexual in my body today. I don't owe anyone that explanation. And honey, I don't know if 30 did it for me, but it's so easy. It's so much easier to say no, and it's so much easier to just do what feels good to me. So yeah, I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna end here because I don't even know how to title this video. Start off a bit slow, but I don't want to stop eating this sushi, so I'm gonna call it end here, ladies, and until next video, bye.